The sound of the stage comes alive at the Buell Theatre this week. Stomp is back, and it's louder, bolder, and more exciting than ever.
Yeah, that's right. Andrew, Ben, Daisha, and Isaiah are performers in the show, and they're joining us now to talk a little bit more about it and give us a preview. We got one before the break. It sounded amazing. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Okay, first of all, how does one get into all of this?
I mean,
this is like the detention type of stuff.
I mean, it's an audition process, you know. I mean, I think it's, you know, a lot of us grow up. Everyone that's in the show currently, most of us are some sort of performer, you know, whether it's a musician, an actor, or whatever, comedian. But you don't necessarily have to be either of those things. It's more about rhythm, working together, see if you have the rhythm. So it's an audition process that we all go through, and then a really grueling training process for about 6 weeks before you actually get to do the show. And then even then still, I mean, these guys are a year in, and they're still, you know, they're still learning. You know what I mean? It's a constant process.
Stomp has been around for so long. What do you think brings people back every year? What makes it so exciting?
I think because there's a lot of improv in the show, and we do change the cast up quite a bit. So there's different characters that come out. We put different roles, different routines in the show every few years as well. So if you saw the show 5 years ago, you might come back and see a couple new things you didn't see before. And like I said, the way that people play it is different. So every show is very unique.
I have to ask, how do you practice for something like this? How do you train yourself to kind of have that musical talent using solely your body and the objects around you?
Well, exactly what we said, practice, practice, practice. Lots of counting, a lot of numbers you have to remember in your head. But we rehearse an hour before every show to make sure we're all on the same page. There's a lot of things we do. There's combat, we throw things to each other. And because we change the cast up, you got to make sure that, you know, we're all on the same page for that evening. So yeah, we're rehearsing every day.
Are you guys sore after a show?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would think so. Like, I can't even imagine. All right, I know everyone at home wants a preview, so where can people see Stomp right now?
Where can people see? Well, they can see it right here.
Well,
yes, that's right.
At the Buell for how long?
At the Buell, we're here. So we start on Wednesday evening.
Okay.
We have Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and we've got a matinee and an evening show on Saturday. Then we're gone.
Plenty of opportunities.
Real fast before we see the performance, does everybody have to hide their dishes from you at Thanksgiving? Like, are they afraid that they're going to get a free performance?
Yeah, they make us do the dishes. Yeah.
Well, can we get a free preview right now?
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's
All right, perfect. We'll step out of the way.
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Can y'all teach anybody how to do this?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Anybody?
Anybody.
Okay, because we were cheerleaders growing up, so and she kind of had that move that, you know, the Clovers did right there. Yeah, just saying.
Yeah.
You guys are so talented. I don't know how, like, you guys read off of each other so well.
Thanks. Yeah, we spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
So. With choir, sometimes you see them kind of just play around with harmony. Will one of you guys ever just start a beat and the other just kind of join in and make that happen? They said yes, absolutely.
That's probably the fun part, when you guys get to just like riff a little bit.
Yeah, which we get to do in the show all the time.
Wow.
Which is keeping it fresh, you know. Yeah.
So is any show ever the same?
No.
Never. You're never going to.
We've got the same elements. We've got the same routines with a basic foundation, but you're going to see different characters popping out. People do different solos, so musically it might be different. Tempos will change.
Yeah,
right.
amazing. Go
Stomp,
check them out.
Check them out.
At DCPA. We'll be right back.